My name is Shakia Andrews, and I'm a student in EDM 310, and I'm interviewing Ms. Kennedy. Our topic today is how do you feel about technology in elementary classes such as iPods, the smart board. How can you relate?
I think it expands their ability to get a point across to children. I think just verbally talking, it eventually loses the children's interest. But if it's something visual, I think it makes all the difference in the world,
Okay.
especially if they can interact with it.
Like iPads, what would you use in a classroom, like an elementary classroom? How would you use that in the classroom?
Probably in today's classrooms, it would be more related to reading and reading instruction and that. I would guess that they use it in the classroom.
So would you use it for projects too? Like
projects, reading, they could read online, they could also do book reports online, even testing. So, yeah, the whole package.
it's good that you brought up reading because iPods and iPads have the iBooks, I believe they're called,
Exactly.
what they can use.
Exactly.
And the books are really cheap. Some are even free.
I know. It's a wonderful thing. It really is.
Smart boards. Have you ever used a smart board in your
Oh,
class?
they're fabulous. Now, I'm having to learn all this because I'm not very techy, but it's amazing how interactive everything can be in the classroom with that smartboard, and including the children to come up and move things and that type of thing. It's a great visual way to present a lesson.
I grew up with projectors, so smart boards are really different.
Exactly.
Like they're really a neat way to bring interaction into the classroom
and keeps their attention.
Yeah. Yeah, and teachers can just easily pull stuff up from the internet instead of just finding that little plain, clear piece of paper.
I know, and it certainly beats an overhead projector that I used to use.
Yeah. What are some other types of technology that you would, if you were in a classroom, that you would use with your students?
Wow. I'm learning a lot from my college students here as far as technology they're using, and I think the children getting more involved and having that time when they finish their work on the computers is a great way. I love Baldwin County, where every child in some of the schools has their own laptop that they use at their desk. What a wonderful thing if you have the money to do that. So that would be definitely something to use in the classroom where we could all be on the same page and following the same something in your social studies book or whatever. And they could also do projects, in groups.
Yeah, they could also use, the iPads to look up information for their projects instead of your typical textbook.
But yeah, there's no limits. It's amazing what all you could do with that kind of technology.
Let's see. We covered smart boards. Are there any type of other technologies that teachers are using now in their classrooms?
I haven't been in an elementary classroom since I moved over here. I haven't been assigned to go and observe yet. I'm hoping that I get to. But what I'm hearing from my students that are in the schools, mostly, like you say, the smart boards is their favorite thing to be able to use because of the interactiveness of it.
And we were recently just testing a smart board, and you can do like little drum sounds and stuff.
It's great.
Maybe you can create a movie using it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think it's limitless that they could do, and brings out that creativity in children too.
Do you think parents should start buying their kids like laptops at the age of 7 and getting them used to it?
I'm mixed on that. I think that it's a good thing for them to have them, but I know my parents probably couldn't have afforded it when I was a child. So that somehow might make some children feel neglected that they don't have one too. So I'm kind of mixed on it. I think it's a great thing if everyone could have one at home.
Yeah, that is something. And also with the technology, buying it for your kids to use at home, you have to limit on what they search and stuff. So you have to make sure that it's school based.
Exactly.
But there are a lot of apps out there for kids, I would say.
There really are. There really are. It's growing every day. There's more wonderful things to use with kids.
Is there any other things you would like to talk about with technology as far as what you've seen, or are you just still getting adjusted to it?
I am, and I think probably a good thing would be for people my age who, even in graduate school, there were no computers, So maybe we should even go to workshops and learn a lot more about all of these new things so we can use them more to teach future teachers how to use them. So that would be something I would hope for during the summer, that I could go to some workshops and learn how to utilize all of that.
Did you start off with the typewriter? No, my mom used the typewriter.
Yeah, and we had the overhead projector and the chalkboard, you know. So it was very basic.
Yeah. And it's even rare that you find a chalkboard in the classroom. That you have to.
Thank goodness, because I was always covered in chalk when I got home.
Okay, well, that pretty much sums up my question. And this is Miss Kennedy, and thank you for interviewing.
I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you.